Hey everyone, Tulio here in Colorado Springs, and today we're answering a huge question for anyone thinking about moving here or making a big financial decision. Is it cheaper to rent or buy in Colorado Springs in 2025? Whether you're a first-time buyer, a military family relocating to Fort Carson or Peterson Air Force Base or Schriever, or just trying to make sense of this crazy housing market, I've got you covered. We're going to look at current rental prices versus home prices, monthly costs of each option, pros and cons of renting versus buying in 2025, and some tips to help you decide what's right for you. Let's dive in. Let's start with what it costs to rent in Colorado Springs right now. As of mid 2025, the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment is around $1,750 per month. A three-bedroom single-family home averages $2,300 to $2,600 per month, depending on the neighborhood. Premium neighborhoods like Briargate, Wolf Ranch, Pine Creek, you're looking at $2,800 or more. Rental prices have gone up about 4 to 5% over the past year. Slower than in 2022 and 2023, but still rising. One big driver, more people are moving here from out of state, especially from California, Texas, and the East Coast. Many rent first to test drive the area before buying. But there's a catch. Inventory is tight. So finding a good rental that fits your needs and budget, that's the hard part. Now let's look at what it costs to buy. As of August of 2025, the median price in Colorado Springs is about $475,000. A typical three-bedroom, two-bath home in decent condition ranges from $425,000 to $500,000, depending on the area. Newer homes in master plan communities like Banning Lewis Ranch or Meridian Ranch or Lorson Ranch, closer to $550,000. Let's say you're buying a $475,000 home with a 5% down payment. That's $23,750 up front. At current interest rates around 6.5% for a conventional loan, your monthly payment, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, is roughly $3,200 to $3,400 per month. If you use a VA loan with zero money down, which many of our military clients do, that monthly number might be closer to $3,500, depending on the rate and the VA funding fee. Yes, that's more than renting, but you're building equity, uh, not just paying someone else's mortgage. So let's compare apples to apples. Buying a $475,000 home, monthly payment is about $3,300. Equity built each month is about $600 headed towards your principal. Tax write-offs, possible deductions for mortgage interest and property taxes. Now let's talk about renting a similar home. The monthly rent would be about $2,500, no equity, no tax benefits. Rent increases likely each year. On the surface, renting is cheaper, month to month or year to year, by about $700 to $800, but you're not getting any long-term financial benefits. Buying costs more upfront and monthly, but you're investing in your future. I have a saying. I actually have it right here on my desk. And it says, "What would my future self tell me to do?" What would my future self tell me to do? I keep that in front of me always. Now, to be fair, renting can be the smarter option in some cases. Here's one. You're moving to Colorado Springs short term, say 1 year or a year and a half or so is your assignment, might be smarter to rent. You're still saving for a down payment or working on your credit. You're uncertain about your job, family plans, or next steps. You're not ready to take on home maintenance or repairs. Renting gives you flexibility and fewer responsibilities. As in some parts of Colorado Springs, it can still be affordable. But if you plan to be here for 3 or more years, you'll want to hear this next part. Owning a home is still one of the most reliable ways to build wealth in America. Let's say you buy today at $475,000, and over the next 5 years, your home appreciates just 3% annually, which is actually below our historical average in the Springs. That home could be worth $550,000 by 2030. On top of that, you've paid down some of that loan, you've built equity, you can refinance if the rates drop. You're protected from rising rent rates. That's money you never see back if you rent it. And don't forget, you get to make it your own. Paint the walls, change the flooring, landscape as you see fit, build a fire pit out back. That said, home ownership does come with some hidden costs. You'll need to budget for repairs and maintenance, HOA or homeowner association fees. If you buy in a community, some of those range from $30 to $100 plus per month. The higher you pay on those HOA fees, usually you get more for it, like amenities in the neighborhood. Property taxes and insurance increases, yard work, snow removal, and other house responsibilities. If you're not ready to handle those, renting might be better for now. But if you're disciplined and plan for these, buying still puts you ahead over time. So what should you do? Here's 3 questions to ask yourself. How long do I plan to live in Colorado Springs? Less than 2 years? Rent might be the choice. Longer than 2 years? Buying likely makes more sense. Can I afford the upfront costs of buying? If you've got money saved or you qualify for a VA loan, that in most cases would be a no money down purchase, or an FHA loan, which we can get to almost like a VA loan. There's grant programs that can get you in for about $1,000 down. You may be closer than you think. Do I want stability or flexibility? Buying locks in your payment. Renting gives you the ability to move more freely. And of course, talk to a trusted realtor, hopefully me, and a great lender to break down your specific numbers. So what's cheaper in 2025? Month to month? Renting. Long-term wealth building? Buying. It really comes down to your goals, your timeline, and your financial readiness. If you want help running your own numbers or touring neighborhoods here in Colorado Springs, reach out anytime. My team and I would be honored to help you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, drop a question in the comments. I make sure to answer every one of those. And we'll see you next time on Colorado Springs on the Move.